Hey everyone, Pat from Pat Collects here. We're looking at the Otani Pink Refractor Rookie, one of my absolute favorite cards. And today what we're going to be doing is looking at Otani's current poor performance, how he's doing at the plate. It's not good. He's batting below 250, only has 6 home runs. I don't think he's had a home run in his over 200 at bats. That's a long time for Ohtani to go without a home run. His hard hit rate's down, barrel rate, all of that stuff is way down. And so I want to look and see how, or just question and open it up to you guys. Question: how is this going to affect his card prices, or will it? All right. We know that he's pitching well, he's pitching at an elite level, but that can change quickly as well. So let's go ahead. I want to look at where his card prices have been, right? So I had a video on just Otani's card prices, whether it's a bubble or not. And I want to kind of revisit some of his data. So let's go ahead and let me bring this up. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and look at some of his card ladder data. This is examining 92 of his cards. And you can see over the past year, we have this massive growth rate over 300%. And obviously, it's not going to just keep jumping by 300% every year. But is his current poor performance going to cause a drop, a dip? Is it going to flatten out? What's going to happen if he continues to struggle? This is his worst batting performance, I think, since 2020, since the shortened season in 2020. I think is when he had his longest drought as far as no hits. I think it was 0 for 19 at one point. This year, he had a drought of 0 for 18. He's been over 100 at bats without a home run. Let's go ahead and look at his data within the past 2 weeks here. So here's his data within the past couple of weeks. Let me bring it over here so we can see it. Zoom out a little bit. So you can see right here, it's been pretty flat over the past couple of weeks. There's been this kind of one outlier sale up here, but I'm just curious what's going to happen with this. Over the past 3 or 4 seasons, we haven't seen anything like this from Otani. We've seen massive growth. He's had back-to-back world championships. He's had multiple MVPs, all of these different things. And this is his first year where he's full-time batting, full-time pitching since he's been with the Dodgers. And I don't know if that's part of what's affecting his bat or not. Now, what this kind of brings us, I guess, to the question here. So we look at this Bowman Chrome here, beautiful card with the blue on it. Is what's driven those Otani prices? It's been his bat. If you think about it, it's been the offensive side, right? So you had the 50-50 season. You had another 50 home run season last year where he was pitching essentially part-time coming back from rehab and pitching. And so what really drives his market the most? I would say it's his bat. And I personally don't think you're going to see like a crash in his prices. There's too much his resume's too stacked already, right? It's not like this is a prospect buy, okay? It's not like this is prospecting, okay? It's not just filled with speculation. Now there's hope, right? There's like, oh, he's going to win another 2 or 3 MVPs, or he's going to win at least one more championship, or whatever the speculation is. There's a lot to back up his prices still, right? He's legendary. That's already kind of sealed. But as we've seen this massive uptick in his prices, are we going to see a dip? Are things just going to flatten out? What's going to take place here? I was looking at that data, right? I didn't even show you the growth rate over the past 2 weeks. It's been 9%, which is amazing, right? Now, if you take out that outlier from the sale from yesterday, it's basically no growth over the past 2 weeks. It's been flat. And so I'm seeing, and let's go ahead and actually go back to that screen really quickly. So here we are on the screen. So if we bring it up, this is the past couple of weeks. So 9%, but a lot of that is from, again, this right here, this sale. That's how that's being calculated, right? So if you remove that sale, there's really no growth. And so I'm already seeing some of his stuff flatten out. You can kind of bring that up so we can see it. You can kind of just see how flat this is overall, right? We just see that over again, that's 2 weeks right there. That's over the last 2 weeks. So you just see this flat line. I think the market is kind of waiting a little bit to see what happens. Otani has, as I mentioned, he has a resume. So the market is, I think, anticipating a surge at some point here, but it's waiting. It's just like, okay, what's going to happen here? Kind of filling these things out. I wouldn't be surprised if this drought lasts through the rest of May. And even if he maintains his pitching prowess, now if his pitching starts to go south a little bit and he stays flat at the plate, I think there's gonna be at least some sort of a dip in these prices, something like that here. Not much. I don't think there's gonna be much, but I don't think there's gonna be this growth we've been seeing, this consistent growth with his cards. I just don't think we're gonna see that. Okay, so let's quickly talk about how this is going to affect car prices. Let's assume for a moment that his prices do drop a little bit. What's that going to impact first? Typically, what that impacts first is it's going to affect mostly most recent inserts and most recent modern parallels and things like that. Okay. So even something like this card, possibly, right? This isn't a rookie. This isn't something from his Japanese playing days, right? This is a fairly modern card, obviously from the 50-50 set. And so possibly cards like this. If we go back over to his rookie here, I don't think this card's price is going to be affected much. Again, I'm assuming that there's a dip here in his overall value. Cards like this typically are gonna these are the ones that dip last. And so it would take something, I think, pretty drastic for these prices to go down. So here's another one right here. This is Topps Chrome Black 2025. Beautiful card out of 10. And just kind of getting back to the discussion, his true rookies like 2013 BBM Japanese, right? 2018 Bowman Chromes, those are, in my opinion, fairly safe. I just want to pause for one quick second and remind everyone of our giveaway right there. Okay. See if I can get it to focus. Um, there we go. So, giveaway once we get to 500 subs. I've gotten a lot of subs recently. I'm so excited about that. So, subscribe. I'm going to be doing even more giveaways at other milestones. So, what's my take, my end all take here? My my personal opinion, right? Um this could be this could be a buy opportunity for a lot of people. And I've talked to some people on X and they make a good point. Some of the people I've talked to, they've said if there's a dip, there's going to be a surge of buying just because of the dip, right? Because people are going to be like, "Oh, there's this dip in prices." So who knows exactly? I don't know what's going to happen. No one does, right? But if there is a dip, that's not a bad buy opportunity on some of these. Again, like I said, inserts, rookies, true rookies from 2013, all of those cards I think have long term hold value. So I don't think we're going to see anything crazy from those. But even something like this or some of the other cards I showed, like this card here, right? Some of these cards, if you're looking to get in on the Otani market, it might be a time, especially something. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Especially something like this, right? Bowman Chrome insert, numbered out of 175. Not a crazy card by any means. And so that's my thought on this. So let's bring this one back up, and I want to know your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think Otani's bat is going to heat up? What's going on? I know he's had stretches like this in the past. Um, he's really struggling at the plate. All of his bad metrics are up. All of his good metrics are down. Is this going to be an extended slump? So drop your thoughts below. Is this a sell now? Like, hey, his prices are still way up there, let me sell while I can? Like, if you have a large Otani collection and maybe he's not part of your primary PC, is this a sell time? I don't think it is. Um, Unless you're just trying to move some of his product because you want something else, but I don't think it really is. All right. But do you think it is? Or is this possibly to keep your eye out for a buy opportunity? Are we looking at a dip happening at some point and maybe a buy opportunity? To me, it appears that the market is in a hold. It's just waiting, I think, to see what is going to happen with him at the plate. So let me know your thoughts on the Otani market. And until next time, have a great one.